Hi everyone. So today, it's a nice day, so I've decided just to go for a ride. Probably going to go up, visit the mechanic, just to see him, I haven't seen him for a bit. And yeah, it's a lovely day, so it's nice to have a bit of a trip, It's about 20 minutes, half hour, so yeah, nice ride. Nothing major, But it's nice to be on the bike when I don't have to go to work. So yeah, that's what today is about, really. So yeah, cleaned up the bike a little bit today. Trying to get rid of the rust and all, because there was a fair bit of rust on the chrome and stuff. That's the thing with bikes like this, there's a lot of chrome and a lot of places that can get rusty, and just when it looks rusty, it looks horrible then, don't it? So got the auto sol out, and yeah, gave it a bit of a polish. Looks good now anyway. Well, looks better. Still, I mean, 7-year-old bike, so there's still going to be like age-related marks, I guess. And you can't really do much about them. Shines up nice though. Yesterday, I had to go at, well, I was thinking about trying to take some more baffles out of the exhaust. It looks like 1 or 2 have already been taken out anyway. But yeah, I was going to have a go at taking more baffles out, but then just get a louder exhaust, make it sound a bit better. Then I found out if you take them out, you can lose power. And I'm really not looking for that, It's only a 125, so it hasn't got much power as it is. And I really don't want to risk losing any more. And it's quite a big, heavy bike, for a 125. So, yeah, you need to conserve as much power as possible, I guess. In the foot pad. Well, at least I know how far I can lean on this thing now. Not much further than that, apparently. So, in fact, no further. to get the biker nod. It's one of those things, yeah. And that's why I love being on the bike as well. It's camaraderie. Yeah. You know what another biker's got to go through, because you have to go through it as well, yeah. Every bike is the same. If they ride in like the wind and the rain and, well, all sorts of bad weathers, but also we have to deal with idiot cars pulling out on us and stuff like that, yeah. So I guess that's what that nod is about. It's just about, well, camaraderie, you know. Riding a bike, you don't have to be a member of an MC to feel like part of a brotherhood. Get that in the car, you know? You just don't. I mean, you don't. In cars, you don't really, yeah, need to look out for other cars, I guess. Well, that sounds odd. You do need to look out for other cars, but yeah, you don't have the same. You don't deal with the kind of crap that you deal with when you're on a bike. I mean, you do get some bikers who don't nod. Yeah, and you get some odd things, like you get sports bikers who give the nod to a rider on a cruiser, you know, or bikers on bikes, I guess, that won't give the nod to a scooter rider, yeah. And it's like, it's a bit stupid really. We all have to deal with the same shit, so just get over yourself. On the national speed limit roads and stuff. I'm being on the 125. It's a bit annoying. Like, I'm doing 60 now. Not quite flat out, but not far off. Yeah, national speed limit is like 70. Annoying. You always get the odd arsehole try and make it a bit dangerous for you, you know, and overtake on corners and shit like this. You don't need that shit, you know. That's just having a 125 for you, you know. That's not going to change. You're never going to be able to go, well, you're never going to have as much power as a car's got on a 125. But you know, as long as you try your best to stay safe, rather, then there's not much else you can do. Yeah, as long as you ride sensibly. If some idiot wants to try and overtake you or whatever, then let him. Yeah, don't. Well, I mean, there isn't much you can do. Yeah. Realistically, I mean, you can't. Yeah. Once your foot's down or once your throttle's back, you can't really go much faster, I guess. Anyway, so. But if they want to overtake you, let them. Just make sure you give yourself room to get out of the way. So, you know, try and like, I don't know, ride out here a bit. So that if shit goes sour, you've got all that room over there then. And that's some good advice. Yeah, that's some advice that I was given. And I think it's pretty good advice. Always leave yourself room to get out of the way. Your bike may be nimble or whatever, but when you're doing like 50-60 miles an hour, you'll find that things come up, like they approach you a lot quicker. Yeah, like hazards, and it doesn't give you a lot of time to react. So if you kind of put yourself in that position in the first place, you've left yourself plenty of room or plenty of time to react to whatever hazard or situation kind of you come across, then yeah, then you're in a better position to start with, ain't you? This guy, to be fair, behind me, he's giving me room. He's not completely up my arse or anything, so. What the hell's going on here? We're waiting for that bus, I guess. Yeah, the other thing about this bike, as opposed to the Aprilia, is I can't really do much filtering. Or, well, I suppose I could, I just haven't tried it yet. But it's a lot bigger and it's got panniers. So I feel a bit dodgy about filtering. I've been nervous about it, which is why I think I haven't done it yet. I mean, to be fair, I haven't really had the opportunity to do any yet. But even if I did, I'm not so sure that I'd be, well, I'm not doing it yet anyway. Because the bike is still new to me. I've had no proper, apart from riding it home at like 30 miles or 40 miles, whatever it was, and riding it to work, I've had no kind of decent experience on it. So it's still, the bike is still quite new to me, you know? And with any new bike, I've found filtering to be something that you kind of build up to gradually. And with a bike kind of this size as well, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. Now he's pulling right at my arse a bit, this fucking idiot. It won't be so funny if I slam on, will it? I'm giving myself plenty of room in front, so I've always got that, that little bit of distance to which I can escape if this guy does kind of get too close up my arse. after the abysmal weather we've been having. Even though it's like May, it's still been pitching down, hammering with wind. Yeah, shit that generally you just don't need, like, or don't expect for this time of the year. The thing about coming up here is the roads are a bit dodgy. There's always cars parked everywhere, and the streets are like narrow and winding. And lots of steep hills too. It's no good for this bike. It doesn't really like them. But it's so much, like, it's a noticeable difference coming up here on this bike compared to the Aprilia. Yeah, the Aprilia would have handled like hills better and stuff like that, but this is so much more comfy and so much more enjoyable, yeah? I like this bike a lot. And I've said it before, it's Chinese and people give Chinese bikes a bad rep, but no, I really do like this bike. Alright, I'm going to cut it here, and I'll speak to you in a bit.